it's Mal, and today I am talking about something that I never thought I would be talking about. I never thought this would happen. Before I get into what actually happened, I do have a couple of things to say. You all are probably judging on the title. You're probably like, what the heck? Did she grow out of dolls? Is she selling something? Is she selling her whole collection because she grew out of dolls? I did not grow out of dolls. My love for my dolls grows stronger and stronger. My love for them every single day. Nothing's for sale. Yeah, I am in a different filming spot, and you will find out why in here in a couple of few minutes. So before I say really what happened, I'm just going to tell you the whole story, okay? I'm just going to start from the very beginning up until when the event happened. It all started last Saturday, April 20th. I was in the doll room, and I was going to say maybe early afternoon. I was down there and I was filming a music video. Okay, so a few hours went by. I just realized that this music video that I was going to release on Easter just was not working out. So I went into the computer. I went onto the computer where I went into the room where I usually do my uploading and editing, and I started looking through footage of what I could do for Easter because I didn't have a video planned. And so then I came across, I started shooting this music video called 7 Rains back in February, and I stopped because I just realized that wasn't what I was wanting to do. I didn't think it was that great. So I was like, well, why not I finish the scenes? And I was listening to the song. I was like, yeah, I can do this, I can do that. But I just need more stuff to do in the music video. So I go back in the doll room, I get my, stuff together, and I finish shooting 7 Rains. So I go back into the computer and I start editing it. Editing music videos, if you have no idea, are really stop motions because, the dolls are moving, and that's called a stop motion. Moving to music, it's called a music video. Anyways, it takes a long time, and especially it took longer than usual because I'm editing it on Shotcut, which is a new editing system that I got back in fall. Like around fall, and I never edit any stop motions, and that was like my first time doing it on Shotcut. So because I realized this is going to take a lot more time than usual, and by the way, shooting the first music video that I realized wasn't going to work out and everything made a mess in the doll room. So there was a whole bunch of clothes, a whole bunch of dolls on the floor, and then coming back in and deciding not to pick up that mess and to get more things out for 7 Rains made a much bigger mess on the floor. So the doll room was just trashed, and so I realized, because I was wanting to get this video done and up on Sunday, that I didn't really have time on Saturday to pick it all up. So I was just like, I'll just pick it up on Easter, because Easter we didn't have any plans. We weren't going anywhere, and I'll just pick the doll room up on Easter the next day. Anyway, so the next day follows, which is Easter, April 21st, and I go into, the computer where I edit and upload. I do that, and then, I get done editing and get done uploading the video. And then I go into the doll room. I notice when I walk in that there's just this big wet spot by the door, and I'm like, well, that's weird. I wonder where that's from. So, I go in the room, and by the way, the following Easter morning, I got up really early, well, kind of early, and I got a new camera, so that's what I'm filming on right now. And yeah, so I picked my camera up where I set it on the table, because I went in there before I edited and uploaded, everything was fine. And yeah, and so I went into the doll room, pick up my camera up, and I start filming what was going to be me cleaning the doll room and putting Easter decorations up. So I filmed the intro. I have the intro, and in the intro, I see more wet spots on the dollroom floor. And so I say something like, oh, I wonder what those from. I'm going to have to figure that out. I haven't watched the footage of the intro. I don't know. I haven't watched it. And this is a week. Well, it's Saturday, April 27th, so it's not even a week since I realized it. I haven't even watched it, which is insane. I don't know if I could. Hello everyone, it's Mal, and today the doll room is a mess, as you can see. I mean, it's not, I'll walk around so you guys can kind of see it. It's not, I don't even know where to like put my feet to walk. It's not as a big, I wouldn't say it's not as big of a mess that it was when I last did this video, which was like over a year ago. But it's a big mess, I think. We have those girls in there. Oh, and Logan. Cannot forget about him. And there's like really weird. Do you guys see the wet spots? I don't know what those are from. I'm trying to figure it out. My feet are wet because I keep stepping on them. And it didn't rain last night. So there's not, I'm trying to see if there's any leaks on the ceiling. It didn't rain last night, so I'm trying to figure out where in the world these wet spots are coming from. Because I don't have a dog, okay? So it's not any of that. So I have no idea where they're from. I'm trying to figure that out. And we cannot have any water near the dolls. Or else I go insane. So, anyways, and so I'm like, well, that's strange. So after I get done filming the intro, I go to the bathroom because 10 minutes before I went into the doll room, I went to the bathroom and I see, did I step in something wet in there? So then I go into the office, which 5 more minutes before I went into the doll room, went into the office to see if something was really weird. The office is where I edit and film videos, if I didn't say that already. Nothing wet was in there, so I go back in the doll room and I'm like, well, where is this wet spot coming from? I look on the ceiling. Did a pipe break? And there's leaking from the ceiling. Now, the ceiling was fine. So then I go upstairs and I grab socks because that's obviously what you get when the floor is wet and you love wet socks. I hate wet socks. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought of getting wet socks that day. Getting socks. Anyways, so I come upstairs, grab socks, which don't do. Well, I guess if you want to see how wet it was, but whatever, it was dumb. And then I tell my parents, hey, there's like these weird wet spots in the doll room. So they come downstairs, like, what in the world? You know, they come downstairs and we figure out that we had a pipe that froze over the winter and it broke. And the pipe was to the faucet that my parents were using when they went outside and did some things outside. I didn't go outside because I had 7 Rain's music video to edit and film. And while they were using the faucet, the pipe broke and it flooded the doll room. It also flooded some other rooms. It flooded the John Deere room, which it didn't really, well, I mean, it was wet and it flooded that one storage closet. But like, that room is fine, you know, because the floor is concrete. Well, the floor in the doll room is carpet, and you need to get that water soaked up as soon as possible, or else you get mold. So, you know, my parents tell me, and plus I didn't really notice this, but when my dad pushed down on the carpet, more water and disgusting flooding water came up for the carpet, and you know, walking on it and everything just made it a swimming pool in the dollhouse. I mean, not the dollhouse, but the doll room. And so I needed to get everything picked up from the floor. You know how I said everything was just a mess and things were on the floor from the music videos I didn't pick up? Those things got wet. I had 6 dolls get wet. I was drying 6 dolls out. Kaya's teepee got wet. Winter Charlotte got wet. Books got wet. My scenes got wet. Everything in the doll closet on the floor totally soaked and wet. it was a mess. So I'm so sorry. I'm just all over the place. I mean, it hasn't really even been a week yet. Tomorrow will be the week when you guys see this video. And like, you know, oh, I told myself I'm not gonna cry and I'm tearing up. That's nice. Anyways, but you know, it's heartbreaking to see some of your stuff get, you know, I mean, I didn't know if they would be okay, so I called it ruined, but you know, nothing really got ruined. The only thing that really, I mean, some of the scenes had like watermarks on them and they're kind of ripped up at the bottom. And the books, they didn't get dry, but everything else was okay. But Monday came, so the next day came along. We didn't really call anyone out on Sunday because obviously it's Easter and we didn't really think that we could get anyone out on a holiday. So anyway, so Monday my parents and get people out to see the doll room floor. So we had one of those carpet water machines type things. I'm not a water flooding expert, so I don't know the like machines and stuff that you use, but we had that going. We had overnight, we left the lights on, we left the fan on, and anyways, but we tried to get as much water out of the carpet as we could, but once we couldn't get any more out, there was still like it was still a lake. It wasn't a swimming pool, it was definitely a lake. So there was still a lot of water in it, but we couldn't really get it out. So yeah, so we had to call professionals in to see if they could get it out and what we needed to do. And so we had this one guy, we had a few guys come out. They gave us like estimates, a lot of money estimates, and I'm like, heck no. So we finally got a guy, and he left his big fancy water fans, and he left him until Wednesday morning. This was Monday, and so yeah, so he left his water fans, fancy fans, and he told us that we need to get everything out of the room, which is the only thing that was still left in the room was posters on the wall before he came and before he told us that, and the doll houses with dolls and furniture in them. So he told us we need to get everything out of the room. When he means everything, all the dolls, as you can see, and all of the doll houses, the doll rooms, the actual physical rooms, like Rebecca's room, you know, the wood pieces that me and my dad built over the summer. So I'm like, you know, empty out all the things that's in there, all the beds, all the furniture pieces, all the accessory pieces, like everything needed to get out. Grace's Bakery, Kit's Treehouse, Oceana's Spaceship. So as we're emptying the doll houses, putting everything into boxes, and moving the doll houses out of the doll room, I noticed my dad picks them up, and the bottom floors of, I think, maybe 5 of them, maybe 4, maybe 5, have water stains on them. I only got photos of a couple. The worst ones I didn't even get a photo of. The worst one had water stains all on the back and on the side, and it was horrible. So we got all of them out and we tried to dry the bottom ones. I don't even know if the bottom ones got dried. I still don't know. I haven't even looked at them. I think we're gonna probably have to rebuild some of them because of the water damage. And then, so he leaves his fans and he comes back Wednesday morning at 7:30. So I text my mom, you know, after he's gone, like 11 o'clock or when I have lunch at school. I'm like, how's it going? You know, what did he say? And he was going to come back 7:30 to pick up the fans and to make sure that he got all the water out of the room, you know, that wasn't moistured or anything. He comes back 7:30 and says that the floor is not dry, and we would need to replace the baseboards, which if you have no idea what the baseboards are, hold on. So do you see that white thing at the bottom of the door? Well, at the bottom of the wall? That is a baseboard. Okay, this is learning handyman stuff with Mal. That is a baseboard. Okay, we shall continue. Anyways, so we needed to replace those because apparently they got water on them and they're still in water and, you know, whatever. So he leaves his machines until Friday afternoon, which I'm filming, once again, I'm filming this video on Saturday. And so yesterday, he comes back to see if he can get his fans. He does his water check, and he goes, it's still not dry. And I'm like, what? So the carpet was fine, but apparently there was water that got into the walls, and that wasn't dry. So he's like, do you want to leave your fans? And those fans, they cost expensive. Like his big, fancy, whatever fans. They were really loud too. So he's like, you're going to have to either replace the wall, the part of the wall, cut out the wall and replace it, or you would have to, there's people talking, I'm so sorry. Or you would have to try to get the wall dried. Anyway, so he then tells us that we would have to either cut the wall where it got water in it out, or we try to get the water out. You know what I mean? Like try to get it dry. So we call a family friend over. He looks at the wall, and we find that there's mold on the wall. And so since he knows about a lot of bat infections, he cut the wall out. And while he was doing that, we noticed that we have termites in the doll room while there's mold. This keeps getting worse and worse. Let's recap real quick. The doll room got flooded. 6 dolls were ruined. They were dry, except for Dallas. Dallas has like a stain mark on him and he's not even a year old. So I was really mad. Still really mad. Everything got dry that got wet, except for the bucks. Candyman left his really big water fans, came back Wednesday 7:30, said the floor was still wet. And we're like, that's nice. Find out we're going to have to replace the baseboards. Then he comes back Friday night. Well, Friday evening. Friday at 5 o'clock, if we're going to be really specific. And he says that we might have to replace the whole wall because the walls, well, not the whole wall, just cut out a portion of the wall or whatever. And like, replace it because there's water in the walls, floor's fine. And then we find out there's mold on the wall where it got wet. Wall's still not dry. Saturday's still not dry. There's mold. Called a family friend to cut out the wall where the mold's at. I find out that there's termites. Yeah, that is what's happening. I wanted to tell you guys this just in case. Probably because you probably won't be seeing videos for the next few weeks of me in the doll room. And in case some of you are like, what happened to your doll room? What's going on? It got flooded. Also got mold. It also got termites in it. So, yeah. If you have any video ideas what I can do, comment them down below. I mean, I might do a Q&A if you guys are interested. But yeah, that's just really it. That's the tea. I'll let you all know if something else develops and what kind of other disasters there might be. Thanks for watching this video, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every single Sunday. Going to try to. No, I'll still post. I don't know what, but I'll still try to post. And if you are a subscriber, please stay subscribed because, you know, I love you. And, you know, I'm still going to be posting videos on Sunday. So, yeah, be on the lookout for weird videos like that. And, yeah, be sure to give this video a like, I guess, if you enjoyed it. You enjoy the story time with Mal. Oh, and comment down below videos ideas that you want me to do. And, yeah, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye!